Look at these sellouts. Sell out.
Z-Biotics, only the best.
Look at this fool.
Hey, Dylan, what happened last night?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you blacked out.
Who didn't remember dinner last night? Whatever.
I remember dinner. Oh, I care.
Stupid.
Welcome to Curiosity Public. My name's Dutch.
My name's Jules.
This is Dylan the Pious.
Okay.
Pious Dylan.
And welcome back to yet another episode of our Ultimate Spirits Competition, our quest to review every sipping spirit on the face of the planet and subject it to our crazy, hard 100-point scoring system. And guys, we've got the cognac glasses out. We've got a canister of cognac here. It's been a while.
It's been like 10 years.
It's been a while since we've done some cognac. And this was, requested by Michael, one of our producers. So Michael. We're finally doing some more cognac. I don't think this is one of the ones you wanted us to do. But we are doing this one because it's been sitting, waiting for a review for a long time. Hine, or Hine, how do you say it?
Hine.
Hine Cigar Reserve. It's an XO. And that's the canister. There's some literature on the back as well. Nobody really reads.
I always like their presentation. It's just very clean. You know?
Yeah, it's
simple,
white.
Yeah, it's always clean.
What's wrong with that? the bottle reminds me of A.H. Hirsch. Doesn't it?
You're right. Oh, from afar.
Yeah, from afar.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the bottle.
Interesting.
Like.
Sounds interesting.
40% alcohol, and then on the back there's a sticker with some more information about the Cigar Reserve, and aged over 12 years. And pass on down your glass. I'll get us poured and give us some info. Like, what's the deal with this? Is it made to have with the cigar?
Well, let's talk about kind of the challenges that we face with cognac and maybe brandy. Armagnac to lesser degree, I think. But the issue is with
sugar.
The production. Yeah, sugar.
Or the slurry, right?
Hine, I think they've been very forthcoming. I think they've been pretty open. The people who produce it, they are very honest. Well, relatively speaking, they've been honest about putting sugars. And they do say that they put sugars in the XO. And then the big thing about the boisé, right? Which is the boiled wood component, the slurry.
The slurry, yeah. Which is a part of the process.
Yeah,
the
Hine says they don't really...
process, right?
Yeah, and so the question is, if you go and say Hennessy XO is considered like, technically it's supposed to be the original, right? They're the ones who created that line. XO line. And so if they are the original, or at least one of the original, they argue it's the original, and they set the standard, and that's the technique that you're supposed to use to create it, do you say that, no, that's not how it should be made? There are, before our cognac connoisseurs out there start, talking about, there are other producers, cognac producers, and brandy producers that use nothing other than, say, like boisé, and then that's it. And so it's hard. It's hard to figure out, where do you draw the line and say, do we review only the ones with that slurry, or do you add sugars that these producers have been doing for centuries, right?
Yeah.
So
part of the process, right? I mean, it's not the same thing as something like bourbon, for instance, where there are strict rules, or scotch, where there's strict rules.
Right.
It's a little bit more kind of in the wheelhouse of where it's allowed, right? Like tequila, it's technically allowed.
Yeah.
And it's part of it, but I think at the same time, just from being the spirits nerds, it'd be nice to know exactly what's in it, just for educational purposes.
And I think Hine has come out...
they're disclosing it, at least, what they do.
As you put it, Hine. They've come out over the many years talking about their process. Mm-hmm. They've been trying to be more transparent about that. And I think there are people who really appreciate that. Yeah. The really interesting about this release is Cigar Reserve, right?
Yeah, so that it is designed to have with cigars, is
right. So that means that it's going to be sweeter, right? And so it is a struggle. How do you judge something?
Do you know how long they've been doing the Cigar Reserve? Is it a newer release, or I have no idea.
That I don't know. But I don't think it's longer than Dalmore, but...
Yeah, Dalmore, I feel like, was the originator of the cigar blend.
I thought it was Joseph Magnus.
Come on, guys. I mean, I'm sure we could Google it, but who cares? All right, guys, we're going to get tasting and scoring. We'll be back in a jiffy. I can't unsee Hirsch now with the H and everything. Like,
I know.
It
It's
just reminds me of that bottle. Price point?
It's not that much. I think it's like 150. Yeah, like 150.
150? Okay.
Yeah.
So, according to AI, the Reserve XO Cigar Reserve was first released in 1996. Yeah, debuted in 1996. So I think that's before Joseph Magnus started doing a cigar blend. But,
You think?
Yummy.
All right, we've had some time to taste. We've all scored it independently. We haven't discussed our scores. We're going to do that in just a second. But first, Jules is going to tell you all about our 100-point scoring system.
Thank you, Dutch. That's right.
Great detail.
100 points across 10 categories that include aroma, flavor, body, complexity, balance, finish, uniqueness, drinkability, aesthetics, and value. We weigh flavor at 20 points, and then aesthetics and value at 5 points each. And you can medal in our competition, score 16 up, go from bronze, silver, gold to diamond.
All right, initial score time. Of course, this can change as we talk it through. My initial score, 76.
74.
76.
Well done, sir.
Hold on.
Yeah, this was interesting. This is going to be fun to talk through, I think. All right, let's kick things off with aroma. 7.
I give it a 7. It's a strong 7.
I give it an 8.
It's a pretty strong 7. I mean, it was just like there's sweets and fruits, and like just didn't get a lot of depth to it. It wasn't bad. Everything was very pleasant, but like
I don't know. I thought this was a great opener.
Yeah, you know what I liked about this
opener
though?
to wear if I'm
There's a
cigar.
citrus component that's like a common theme underneath,
you know,
and it's really pleasant.
I got hints of that, but I wanted it
To be more, maybe?
to be more. I wanted that anchor. I felt like that would be a great anchor for everything. And when we get to the palate, I'll talk about that too. But like, it didn't really come through enough. I don't know. Like I wanted more. Like it kind of teased me in a bad way. It was like, okay, like, I need some more of this. Like this is
not getting satisfied.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I was getting a lot of that. I was getting a lot of the fruit. I was getting a lot of the dark. It's great.
I just want it richer.
Citrus.
I want it to be richer.
Yeah, but maybe that's because
It's not thick enough.
I just want to blow some smoke in this,
Like you
let it
want
stew.
Yeah,
That'd be so good, dude.
I could be convinced to go up. I mean, I like this aroma a lot.
It's very
Nice,
pleasant.
dude.
It's
It's
pleasant.
a great opener.
For me, it's a 7 because the intensity is just too little. Like it's just not. It's not.
And there's a lot
It's
there.
pretty good, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go up. I'll go up
Fruit
to an 8.
and dark components?
Yeah,
I don't get the
liked
dark.
it.
I don't get the dark.
I really enjoyed it.
dude.
I love nosing this.
It's just a soupçon.
Yeah, soup.
That's the problem. Is it needs more than that. All right, guys. Next category. So you went up to an 8.
Yeah.
So you guys are both 8s. I'm so okay. Next category. Flavor. 17.
17.
17.
Yeah. Again, I want more intensity. The flavors are all good.
I don't know.
I just felt like there wasn't enough intensity and there wasn't a clear enough anchor. Like it needed something to stand out almost as an anchor. It needed a little more spice or something. All the
You
flavors
just
are
want
nice.
more sugar.
No, spice. I just said spice.
I thought there was plenty here presented.
Yeah.
I think
There's
the
a lot of
It's
where...
only a 17.
Well, so yeah, where it's lacking though is just more of the presentation to me. So because there are times when and I don't know, maybe this
Flavors
is
are thin.
yeah, it felt thin.
Yeah, that's what I
You
said.
know
I want more
So-
richness. Like
And I think I get your point too. Like the depth isn't really there. I'm getting a lot of them though.
So, but
Yeah.
let's answer this though.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cigar blend, right? This is where we have to answer this with the flavor. Is this a good cigar pairing?
I disagree with you because I think that shows in the finish. I don't think it shows on the palate.
I don't know. I think it actually shows in the palate. And I think the reason actually why I'll defend that is just because, you know, when I'm having a cigar with it, like I'm imagining myself having a cigar with this, like I think there's just enough flavor to tease me out that I'm going to actually even get more when I have a cigar.
You know what I don't like? I agree with you. I don't
Because
like it when
I don't need to
this is
bombard it.
overwhelming. It
Yeah.
ruins the cigar.
Cigar,
Like
exactly.
people think that cigar reserves and cigar blends have to be sugary and sweet.
No.
That kills very
do
subtle cigars. And to me, this is just at that border where you get just enough flavor, you get just enough. I'm just convincing myself of going up on it with this, but it's just enough so that if you had, let's say, a light to medium bodied cigar, which you guys like, I go heavy, but
jab.
you know, You guys go mild, and
We
so
smoke literally the same thing.
What is it? The Virginia Slims of cigars.
Swisher Sweets.
This would not overwhelm it, right?
Yeah, that's my point.
So you know what?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm looking for.
But hang on, you're just convinced. You should be convincing yourself to go the other way because you just convinced yourself that it would be overwhelmed by what you smoke, and it totally would. That's my problem.
I want the cigar to be enhanced.
Right. You're not even going to taste this.
But this will even get enhanced with the cigar.
It'll enhance it.
I think
This
it'll be
will
blown
enhance
out.
it.
You need a little more richness to it.
No, you
doesn't have to be
can't.
sweeter.
Look.
It just has to be a little richer.
I'll give you an analogy. You can't have like multiple strong personalities in something like this, right? You can have like one.
Panel of tasting
You can
experts.
have one, and then you have like the leave-ins,
The pushovers.
right? You have the
leftovers.
leave-ins, and then you have the strong personality, and you know, like
I don't know. I
feel
just think
like-
it's going to get too washed out. Like it's. I understand your guys' point. I don't think you're wrong. I just don't think that this.
This will get too washed out
I
with
think
a
it'll get
cigar.
too washed out.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay,
But
we
I'm
need
going to tell you that I think the finish
try
saves it in that regard.
cut to us trying
Okay,
this
yeah,
with.
we gotta try it.
For members. Actually, we should do that.
Yeah, let's do
We
it.
can do a video for members.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Don't mention that word.
commit.
Death sticks, as they call them in Star Wars.
That's 6. No, the Slims.
Slims. All right, guys. Next category, body.
Yeah.
I really felt it was thin. 7.
This is 7. It's a
not
7.
bad. It's
not
not
bad, but
I give it an 8. I was getting a nice coating on
it's
it.
okay.
It wasn't that
It's okay.
thin to me.
But this follows exactly what I was saying. Like, I need a little more coating to stand up to the smoke.
I had some pretty amazing cognac and brandy with
Dude, this is a nice
body
coating,
that's
guys.
just
It's a nice coating,
It's nice.
but it's not that good.
thin.
7's okay. It's okay. It's not. When I taste this, I'm not going to be commenting on how good the body is, though.
yeah. I agree.
It's okay. It's
I agree.
fine.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, it's a 7.
All right. Next category, complexity. 7.
7.
7.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. It comes back to the whole thing on flavor. I want a little bit of more of an anchor. I feel like a little bit of spice on the palate would be nice. I think more of that citrus thing that you get a little bit on the nose would be really nice.
I agree with you on the spice.
There's
part.
like nice hints of all that stuff. It's just, I wanted more.
I'd love a little bit more spice. I would love a little bit more of the cooked jammy flavors towards the end, like at the like the third part of the flavor.
Like you wanted to be like compote.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
know what I
Compo
mean? Like,
right before
that's
exactly
the finish. I
That's
would
exactly
like
my
something like that.
my problem with the body there, or the flavor too. It's like it's just not, the flavors aren't rich enough. Anyway, all right, guys. Next category, balance. 8.
I went up to an 8.
Yeah, for what's here.
Yeah.
No real complaints.
Arguments
Give it a
about
7.
like how it props up the cigar, like potentially.
Maybe it's just that what's here. There's not a lot to balance,
I
honestly.
mean, I don't.
It's just fruit. It's all fruits, and they're well balanced. But like,
They're balanced okay. I mean, I give it a 7.
what's out of balance though? Like, I
It's
just
not
don't think
really
there's-
out of balance.
There's not
It's
a lot
just-
to
it's
balance
not-
here.
Yeah, it's not.
So it's like an artificial 8. But
Like,
it,
no. Let me ask you though. Do you think that the wood component is causing chaos? I don't think so.
no, it only hits me in the finish.
I think that's a really important part of this because
I
the
completely agree.
presentation really
true.
balanced that wood part.
I mean, it
so
could be
that
more
it's not-
drying than it actually
Exactly.
is. It could be more
right?
tannic.
There's a little bit of dryness,
Yeah.
but it's
On the
not.
finish, though.
Could be worse.
But I'm gonna go back to it.
Yeah.
because it's still fine.
Yeah.
It's just enough.
All right, well, let's move on then, because for me, the dryness only hit me in the finish. The stock finish, I give it an 8.
I
and
give
I'm
it an 8.
Tempted to go up, and I'll tell
I
you
gave
why.
it an 8.
What'd you give it?
I give it a 7.
So here is where it works as a cigar blend for me. Is the way that the finish end, like the way that the tasting experience ends. Like it leaves this pathway. It's a little bit harsh, maybe at times. It's a little bit drying, and to me, that's like, it's inviting for the next sip. But there's something about the finish that would really stand up well and kind of complement like a spicy cigar. To me, like that spicy cigar would really work well with this finish that has a little bit more of that wood component coming in. You still have the fruits on there. But like to me, that the finish is where I think I would enjoy the cigar, which makes sense. You take the sip, you have the puff, those flavors all come together in the finish.
Yeah, I agree with you.
fair.
Everything.
I just think it's just slightly too drying. Because I mean, when I'm having a smoke anyway, I'm getting dry. It's dry from that experience. So I just wish there was a little more,
I hear you.
I think less dry. Because dude, it gets
pretty dry,
really dry.
yeah.
That means I'm not.
woody,
I'm
though. But it's
also
not
drinking
tannic.
some water and then taking a puff too. Just My mouth's really dry, man.
I don't know. It's a pretty strong A for me. Like
Your Slims? I don't know.
Swisher Sweets.
My Swisher Sweets.
All right, guys. Next category: uniqueness 8.
I gave it an 8 because I like the story. I like the companies. Yeah.
It's a soft 8.
I like it when they come out and they do a lot of these interviews.
I give it a 7.
I don't know. This is a Cigar Reserve. The company's always been.
They're up front.
Yeah, they're very up
Look
front.
at this bottle. It reminds me of Hirsch. I mean, that's aesthetics, but
they don't hide stuff.
That's actually why, because you made such a point of that. Why I dropped it a point in the bottle size. Yeah, because then it doesn't stand out as much.
I don't know about that. That's a weird.
You guys were talking about how if you saw this in back, you think it'd be
canister because it's like pristine. Like I love the simple.
You do
that's
like white.
Beautiful.
You like white.
You know
things.
what it is? It's like this. It's like this. It's like a cigar. Yeah. Like this is the band.
Cigar band. Yeah.
It's like cigar. It's like right.
Oh, that's a good observation.
Yeah. Let's make it so that it's.
It's like I'm smoking it.
No, yeah. The mouth.
Have fun with Photoshop, guys.
Oh god. I'm gonna hold. Fast. Can't be convinced.
Wow. Jules is in one of his moods.
I know. Because it's like, look at this nice symmetry.
Where are we? Drinkability 7.
Give it a 7.
7. But everything that we're saying, isn't this more
Make
drinkable?
it drinkable. So true.
I think it's going to be more drinkable with a pairing.
So you think you have to take a point off because there's a caveat?
Well,
it's a
just judging the spirit by itself, I feel like it's a 7. I mean, the nice thing, that's one of those ironies where the finish is drying. It makes you want to take another sip. But I'm not like super motivated to take another sip just for the flavors. Like they're just not that interesting to me. They're fine, but they're just not. I'm not going back for the flavors. I'm going back to get rid of the drying effect on my palate.
With a finish that's dry.
And I don't feel like the finish is necessarily enhancing the next.
I think it's a strong 7. I could be convinced one or the other.
It's a pretty strong 7, yeah. All right, guys, we're done talking flavor. Let's talk aesthetics and value. Aesthetics 4.
4.
I give it a 4.
It's a good-looking bottle.
I like it.
Good-looking bottle.
That looks like a cigar.
Looks like a cigar.
The canister looks like a cigar.
Yeah. Now you got to do the forced perspective, right?
So it's like way back here.
Back there.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, exactly. No, you got to open your mouth.
We're not doing this, guys.
Like this.
I can't believe we went that far.
We'll bust out the clown picture if you're like maybe for Discord.
Talk about balance.
All right, guys. Final category, value 3.
I give it a
4. What's wrong with you guys? This is $150 for an
XO. I want more for $150.
I feel like the same.
I don't think it's over.
I think you have not purchased cognac.
XOs are expensive.
They are expensive.
Okay, to give you perspective.
This isn't good enough,
To give you perspective.
I know. That's how I feel.
Hennessy XO is
better.
Beyond 200 plus now.
Yeah, but I feel like it's
you're getting a way more intense flavor experience.
Yeah, that's probably because they put in more stuff.
Well, yeah.
But that's what the spirit is.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
Me too.
I just don't think the flavors are rich enough.
Same.
Whereas, like, I think it's fair.
To value the price of
I think it's a 3. I don't think it's a 2. But I don't know that I'd go to 4. Because I feel like some of the independent bottling, some of the sourcers, independent blenders of stuff, like, they come out with
would you compare this with Armagnac, or do you just go like you're judging the value amongst just
let's say all brandy?
All brandy, yeah,
all
exactly.
brandy.
You know,
I think you're right. I'll go up
to 3.
Convince me, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it as a 4. I think that the cigar blend.
That's a weak 4.
When you think about cigar blends in general, they could have priced this much higher than a regular XO.
Well, let me say this: I'd rather drink this than the Magnus cigar blend, with a cigar at least. I feel like this would be a better experience.
Yeah, it'd pair better.
It'd pair better. And that's like more expensive than this.
I feel like right now, with you can get this for $150, but you can get it on sale for something like $99. Like your favorite store right here, you know, the place where they you can get it for $100. Okay. You can get it for $100.
Okay.
You pulled it up. We could literally buy it right now and go pick it up for $99.99.
Yeah. Okay, that makes it.
I will go to a 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Thank you, Googles.
You convinced me too.
Probably a fake page you just put together right
I know.
now.
Did you build that website?
It says like Dylan dot
Dylan.ai.
Dylan.gov.
All right, guys. Well, let's get our final tally for Hine Cigar Blend. I ended up at a 77. Jules?
76.
77.
Which gives us our official Curiosity Public score for Hine XO Cigar Blend. We gave it the same, right? 76.
Yes.
Of course, we round down on the Ultimate Spirits Competition. Because this is the hardest spirits competition. Well done. A very...
For $100 to $150.
Very solid silver. High silver.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And definitely one I think if you dabble in cognac,
Yeah.
and you're intrigued by the idea of a cigar reserve, you're not breaking the bank to try this one.
Yeah. Especially if you can find a deal
If
Dylan.
you go to a house and
If you go to a house,
or
break into a random house.
yeah,
Go to a house.
a person's home, a flat, or whatever it is, and you had this for a casual cognac drinker or even a connoisseur, I don't think they would complain.
Sounds like a computer trying to tell a story. Right now. I don't know what's going on. His AI chip is
how they
malfunctioning.
stumble. Yeah.
I cannot believe it.
House, a place of dwelling.
With other human beings, and you are consuming beverages.
I will freely admit, I mean, when I was in high school, I did not use any contractions.
All right, Jules, take us out.
Wannabe. Comment below. Thumbs up, thumbs
Wannabe
down.
Spice
Let us
Girls?
know. Exactly.
Wow.
Wow.
Subscribe for more videos from Curiosity Public. If you want to help us out, please consider joining Curiosity Private membership program here on YouTube and Patreon. We're also selling t-shirts. Links in the description. No examples today.
No examples today.
That is an illegal shirt over there.
Yeah. We have a podcast on all the major players. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious. That would be a cool shirt. I wish we could sell that
I
one.
know.
The cognac?
Cognac bastards. They're grabby.
Yeah,
things.
we're not...
Brandy bebop, but that doesn't sound as cool.
It's amazing how they would go after people like us. We are like nothing.
It's stupid. We sell like 10 shirts. It's like, good job, Cognac brand. You really
Gotta
stopped.
protect
Well,
it.
you know
Gotta
what? We
protect
should be
it.
flattered. They think that we may
Yeah, don't
become
you
You
bigger.
represent a threat.
Yeah, don't you want more people to drink cognac?
Yeah, I know,
That
right?
should help. We'll give them $1.